Happy New Year. It is officially 2026. Bringing in the new year with you. So let's talk about it. So recently, of course, as the new year begins to unfold, we end the new year rather, and we start to enter or transitioning into a new year. I've been seeing a few posts here and there with women saying things like, I'm already her, I'm not becoming her, I'm already her. And as I've been seeing these posts, of course, it caught my attention because my page and my theme or brand or whatever you want to call it has been all about a woman becoming. So I've been sitting with that and I thought about it and I'm like, okay, I'm her. I am definitely her. Always been that girl, forever will be that girl. I mean, I know her. I'm that girl. And yet I'm still becoming. I'm still becoming, especially as we are standing here right at the edge of a new year. Like literally, it is 12:16 a.m. as I'm recording this video. The first of the year, January 1st, has a way of making us question things that we don't slow down to answer throughout the rest of the year. So we start to question those things. And tonight, or should I say this morning, I want to offer one to you today, an answer. And this is not because I in no way have it all figured out. I mean, I absolutely do not have everything all figured out, but because I think that it's something worth us reflecting on, thinking about together. So let's dive into becoming her. Becoming is not an insecurity. It absolutely isn't insecurity. It's not confusion, and it's definitely not a lack of confidence, okay? Definitely not at all a lack of confidence. Becoming is aliveness. It's the willingness to stay in relationship with who you are as you change, as you go through different seasons. And honey, we're going to go through some different seasons. From a psychological perspective, identity isn't fixed. As an educator, I often have this conversation with my students and even with my staff members. We want to encourage a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. With the growth mindset, it's all about being able to change. It's integrated over time. And when we think about this from a relational ring, emotional, healthy people, they don't arrive. They don't get there. They're not at a finish line of any sort. These type of people, they remain flexible, very flexible. They are reflective. They're constantly reflecting over their practices from day to day, moment to moment, and they are responsive to growth. Here's an idea or an image that's helped me with this idea of becoming. Much like the idea of what success really looks like, success is not just a straight line. We don't just go from here to here. And I see it the same way with becoming, a woman becoming. We don't just go from here to here. It's more like this little squiggly little thing that goes all over the place here and there. I like to think of it as a spiral. A woman becoming is a woman who's spiraling. She's spiraling. And as she spirals, she revisits familiar places, but none of them at the same time or at the same level. So during this spiraling process, you may return to big things in your life like love. You may come back to your worth repeatedly, boundaries as you go through different seasons of your life. You may return to desire, the things that you desire and want, and even your healing journey. You can go through those things. Again, not at the same time, most definitely not at the same level, but you will kind of go back through those things. But each time you're going to bring to it more and more awareness. As you begin this spiraling, it may even at times feel very repetitive. And you may have this sense, I know I have, you may have this sense of, I thought I already worked through this. I thought I've already been through this. And you find yourself going back to revisit those themes as you begin to change and become more and more. Now, I want you to understand that from a therapeutic lens, this is not a regression. You're absolutely not going backwards. Nothing is wrong. This is what we call in the therapeutic world integration. It's called integration. With this integration, like I said, you're not going backwards. You're actually digging and going way deeper. You're going deeper, which is great, which is a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful season. It's a beautiful time when we're in these stages and seasons of becoming. The idea of survival, it does sound very empowering. It does. Arrival, I've arrived. It sounds empowering. So I get it. But sometimes it quietly shuts down curiosity. And I want to always remain curious. You see, I feel like, when we start to tell ourselves, this is just me. This is how I am. This is who I am. This is me. We quietly stop listening to who we're becoming next. When I look at this through my LMFT lens, I think about being rigid and rigidity, which means, being fixed, having a fixed sort of mindset, not bending, not being flexible. It really isn't confidence. It often isn't confidence at all. It is a form of protection. Flexibility isn't about instability, and it's actually emotional security. So we want to be flexible as we change, as we go through these different seasons of our lives. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't misunderstand me. I don't think that growth means endlessly fixing on ourselves. But I do think it means staying open, staying honest with yourself about who you are and where you're going. I'd love to hear, how you've seen this change within yourself, within different relationships, or even people that you admire. I'd love to know how this has played out for you. There's this Bible verse that has this part or little phrase that says from glory to glory. Have you all seen that or heard of that? I'm sure you have. I love that idea. From glory to glory, not from glory to the finish line, but from glory to glory. So even spiritually, formation is progressive. It's progressive. From here to here, it's progressive. It's like that spiral that I was just talking about. And I really think that that matters, especially on a day like January 1st, where we ring in the new year, where we are very, very reflective in thought. I think that's very important. We want to be able to go from glory to glory. And with January 1st being here, the pressure, a lot of us start feeling that pressure of the new year because it often tells us that it is time for us to decide who we are. Go ahead, set your goals. You need to lock in. Don't look back on the past. It's just all of these things. But let me offer a slight reframe here. For me in this 2026, I don't feel like it needs any pressure. Becoming doesn't rush. It doesn't rush. So I'm not rushing. Becoming unfolds. And I just wonder what it would feel like if we just choose to evolve. We just choose evolution over arrival. As they say, trust the process. Talk a little bit about why this matters. When women believe that they must arrive, they often outgrow themselves quietly. They even can begin to feel some shame as they begin to change. They feel a little shame with that. Like, dang, I can't believe that's me. What's going on? So they start to feel shame and not walk into that change easily. They resist reinvention. And baby girl, I believe in some reinventing over here. And I've seen some women doing this beautifully, going from being in law school, being a lawyer to now I'm going to nursing school. I'm about to be a licensed marriage and family therapist. Reinventing yourself. They stay loyal to versions of themselves that they have actually outgrown. Oh, but a woman becoming, let me tell you, she allows herself to evolve in seasons. And honey, these seasons are beautiful. She releases old identities of herself. I don't know her. I don't know what you're talking about, because she releases those versions. She deepens spiritually. She has the right, and she does change her mind. And she even surprises herself, which is beautiful. If you're watching this at the start of 2026, I don't know what you're becoming. And guess what? I don't think that I'm supposed to, but I am so excited for you that you are becoming more and more of who you are, someone that you have yet to see exist. For me, I don't want to be done. I don't want to decide that this is the final version of Dr. Lonnie Marie that you're going to see. No, this is not the final version. I can't even begin to imagine the greatness of the final version of me. I want to be becoming at 45, becoming at 55, coming at 65, becoming at 75, 85, 95, and beyond. I'm ready to be becoming in love, becoming in loss, becoming in joy, becoming in seasons that I can't even imagine yet. Because to me, becoming doesn't mean that I'm finished. It means that I'm alive and thriving. And I think that the quiet gift of this new year, especially this one, 2026, it's all about remembering that we're allowed to evolve long after the world expects us to settle and be done and be finished. So I want to end with this, and I genuinely want to know your perspective on this. Do you experience growth as something that you simply arrive at, or something that you stay open to? And if the word becoming resonates with you, what does it mean to you right now? There is no, single right or wrong answer here, just sharing your reflection. I'm just curious to know. This channel is a space for thoughtful conversations, not finished answers. So if you're entering this year open to becoming, subscribe and stay in the dialogue. I am so glad that you're here. Happy New Year.